home stretch now as we're underway in Week 13. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. So out come the Bucs now for their first drive. As we get a peek at the former Red Raider and 10th pick in the 2017 draft, Patrick Mahomes.
We know the arm strength is certainly there. He's got a big-time cannon for an arm, and that's not a surprise. He's the son of a former Major League pitcher, so the bloodlines come into play. The biggest question for Patrick Mahomes, can he harness that big arm, develop the touch that's needed, and carry his team towards the playoffs?
He'll get just a yard on the scramble. It's second down.
Second and 9.
From the gun, it's Mahomes. He rifles one that's intercepted.
Why would you do that route?
32. And a return will stop right around the 25.
Intercepted. The Texans take over first and 10 at the 25-yard line.
Now the man from UTEP, this is Aaron Jones. A solid run on first down, gain of 7, leaves him with a 2nd and 3. Pretty effective run there, and now they can start to smell that end zone.
Pound the rock. Make sure you use your O-line to set the tone of dominance and physicality, and pound the rock.
On second down now, it's Jones, and he's heating up at the line of scrimmage.
I'm on vacation.
A yard down to the 16.
I haven't been on vacation in a while.
On first down, followed up by a not-so-good run on second down.
Now let's find out if they're going to stick with the run here on third down. A lot of people would love to see some play action here. I say go with your best running play.
They won't even pay you out?
Rodgers to throw on third and 1.
Not really.
And he is going to have a Texans first.
I have a good vacation plan. Like most companies, you're going to get your 2 weeks, and then maybe at like 10 or 15 years, you might get an extra week, and that's if it's a big company.
So, down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11. 2nd and 11.
Some companies let you say 1 week. Like I can roll over 1 week, and I use it the next week, right? But let's say I have 5 weeks of vacation. That's what I have every year now. If I don't take any of them, I can only bring 1 more week over.
You got 5. I can only get up to 2.
Yeah, I got 5. I got 5 right now. Pretty soon, or I think in like 4 years, I get 6.
Shotgun now for Rodgers. The Bucs defense stiffens and pushes this to 4th down.
They certainly had good starting field position on that drive, but couldn't do anything with it after 3 plays. Have to admit that that's a disappointing end to excellent field position. When that drive started, they had 6 points that they were thinking about.
In the end, the opening drive, Charles, does yield points. Maybe not the touchdown that they wanted, though.
Yeah, but bottom line, they wanted to get something out of that drive, and they did that. 3 points, they won't turn that down at all.
And a nice return sets them up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line.
At their own 30-yard line.
Patrick Mahomes on his way out for their next drive. And he comes out on the heels of an interception he threw last time they had the ball.
Yeah, and you know, the quarterbacks that I know that are the best ones, the ones that really know how to lead their team, they tell them, that's on me. That's my bad. Well, let's go back out there and move ahead again, guys. We can get this done.
One good thing for him, it did only lead to 3 points and not a touchdown after that turnover.
Big thanks to the defense. Defensively here, you're facing a top 5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL, so when they're that high power, you got to find a way to hold them under 20, because to me, that's the magic number. 20-point score, you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
And I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace.
What an awful throw.
Picked off. That's one you maybe expect your roaming free safety to come up with, but it's second down. He's got the first down and more inside the 40. And they will finally get him to the ground at the Texans' 22. 31 yards there and a first down.
That looked like a 2-deep coverage, which we call cover 2. And what that really means is you have corners, what we call rolled up in about a 5-yard area on the outside receivers. Then your safeties are back closer to the hash marks near the middle of the field, somewhere around 10 to 12 yards back. So if you can break through the first level, you've got a chance to run before you encounter any type of resistance from the safeties.
We saw the example of it right there. They were looking to throw, holding on the big right tackle.
That's real simple, partner. Keep your hands inside in the chest area. You're probably okay. You get it out on the shoulders, get them wide. Usually going to pick up a holding call.
Mahomes firing complete. Without the previous penalty, that would have been a first down. Instead, it's just a gain of 10. 2nd and 10.
Brings up 2nd down at the 22-yard line.
And again, it's Mahomes. And he's got it. Caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Tampa Bay.
Touchdown.
A 22-yard touchdown grab. And the Bucs have taken the lead.
For the point after.
Bouncing back nicely from that bad opening drive where he threw the interception. Drive number 2 leads him right down the field and into the end zone.
So obviously his confidence was never lost, and that's a good thing to see. Great quality to have, and you absolutely must maintain that as a quarterback. But I have to think that they're probably still on the script that they prepared for this game. Just the second drive. They've worked on these plays all week in practice. Put them to good use on that one.
And no effort to bring this one out. It's a touchback.
At their own 25-yard line.
So now we get set to see Houston for their second drive of the ball game. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But they also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
Now a man open down the middle of the field. And he gets this down deep into Tampa Bay territory. A big play there on the catch and run. 58 yards.
Well, partner, I'm not sure how this drive's going to end, but how about the way they flip field position there? A nice attacking play that picked up a heck of a chunk of yardage.
Throwing on first down is Rodgers. To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
Yeah, that one sailed on him. You've got to make sure you give your receiver a chance to come down inbounds because they are very gifted. They'll make the circus catches, but they make them out of bounds. That does you no good.
Gets this to his running back, Aaron Jones. That helps the completion percentage, but not much else, and now it's 3rd and 10.
That's a nice job defensively to make sure everyone was accounted for because ordinarily you pick up the guys downfield, and sometimes you forget about the running back. In this case, they did not and dropped him for no gain.
Looking for Thielen, but it's intercepted. Picked off inside the 5. And he'll take this across midfield and inside the 45. Well, I tell you what, credit is due there on them preventing the touchdown after that interception.
How about him chasing him down and not giving up the pick 6? Because what happens a lot of the time is when you see the interception, you just kind of hang your head a little bit and you momentarily pause because you're frustrated. He shook that off and gave great chase and got it done.
Still a great return and very good field position. So 2nd down, still 10 yards to go. Ball on the 43. Mahomes going to throw. And they'll go back to Robinson. This time he's got it. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. A first down there on a pickup of 25.
First down.
That was a fun one to watch right there. A nice in-breaking route and plenty of room in the middle of the field. And he was able to get behind the linebackers and grab the completion for a really good pickup.
That is caught inside the 5. And the Buccaneers are going to have a 1st and goal coming up as the tackle made at the 3-yard line. 15 more there, and they're on a roll. It's another first down. Now it's Mahomes again. And this is caught.
That better not be a fucking holding call.
It's a touchdown, but multiple flags down, so let's sort this out.
Personal foul, roughing the passer, defense.
And yes, they want the points, so they will decline the penalty, no question there.
You don't think they spent a couple of seconds mulling over what the penalty?
I don't even know why they asked the sideline.
Not at all. When you put the ball in the end zone on a takeaway, take the points and keep moving.
Extra point by Gay is up and good. And that pushes the lead up to 11. Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown. Taken about 7 yards deep. And he'll decide to not bring this one out as their drive will begin at the 25. Aaron Rodgers, he's getting ready to go again here on offense. And he had to be pleased at the start of the last drive. The offense was moving, but certainly not pleased at the end result, an interception.
And every team we ever talk to at some point in the conversation, the coach, player, someone talks about, you know, we've got to finish. We've got to finish off drives, finish off the game. There's an example there of not finishing, doing everything right, but not getting the result that you need.
They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line. Here's Rodgers. He'll drop this underneath for Jones. It'll be a 3-yard gain, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down.
Well, offensively, that's the mismatch that you want. You want to force a linebacker to try and cover your back out of the backfield, out in some open space. But linebackers nowadays, they run like backs, and they take a lot of pride in covering. What a nice play he made there in the open field.
After one, a 14-3 ball game.
Texans 3.
Rodgers now on 1st down. The left side completion to Jones. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop it. The extra effort after the catch makes it good for a gain of 26 and also a 1st down. So that's now 4 completions in a row. A good bounce back following the interception last drive.
Certainly not letting it affect him, that's for sure. And we all know interceptions are going to happen. So the big trick, don't let it affect you going forward. Most of the good quarterbacks, they just tell the ball boy, get that one out of the rotation, give me a fresh ball, and let's go. He's got his offense moving again. Well, they didn't get a whole lot out of that one, but I think you got to continue to try and run and try and keep a defense honest.
You mean or else they'll just sit back, dare you to throw it on every down?
Yeah, you get your quarterback hit a lot that way, too.
Down to the 6-yard line on a pickup of 6 as he gets halfway to the goal line.
Frustrating for a defense, energizing for an offense. Finding a way to create that type of yardage in your running game, that'll make the guys carrying the ball very, very happy.
Meanwhile, on 3rd down, they take a shot at the end zone, but it's incomplete. The offense staying out. They're going to go on 4th and 2. They'll go with Jones. And I don't think he got there. He did not. They stop at a yard shot.
Everyone gears up for 3rd down, talks about the importance of it. But 4th down, that's truly the moment of truth play, isn't it?
Everything's dialed up a little bit more. And, you know, it's such a momentum play, isn't it?
Absolutely, because it can flip either way.
How is that not an inter?
On 4th down. Thus far, they have been able to move the line of scrimmage very well in the running game. Almost felt like they said in the huddle, can you guys pass protect? Let's take a big shot downfield. Didn't get it on that one, but they may come back to it again.
Meanwhile, this one knocked down in the backfield. It's incomplete.
Well, let's go ahead and detail this situation here. 3rd and long coming up. Back near your own goal line. I would be very hesitant about throwing the football in this situation.
Maybe just run up the middle?
Yeah, I think that might be the spot for them. You got to try and find some space for your punter because you don't want him backed up where he has to alter when he does.
That gain on 3rd down, good for 28.
Well, sometimes our pregame meetings do pay off, don't they? What do the guys in the locker room call him?
Well, they said it with a chuckle. They called him old reliable.
Yeah, that means he doesn't move quite as fast as he used to, but he still knows all the tricks, doesn't he? Even that little gentle push-off in order to get open, he finds a way to pick up a 1st down. That play wasn't quite as big as the play that preceded it, but still, gotta like the way they're moving the football, partner.
Absolutely. Pretty good room to run on that last play.
Yeah, they didn't get a 1st down, but still, you'll take runs like that each and every time, won't you?
And he'll get it out to midfield. They'll spot it right at midfield at the 50. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a 1st down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
And a quick throw here that's complete. A gain of 6 there on 1st. 6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4.
at the 44-yard line.
Working from the gun, Mahomes. Pass complete to his receiver, Godwin. And he's going to be taken down with another first down as the stop's made at the Texans' 34-yard line. Give him 10 yards there as this offense is on a roll. This drive continues to plunge forward. Running on first down, Eckler. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. 15 more there, and they're on a roll. It's another first down.
We both know it's difficult, but they've made it look effortless out there. Through the air, on the ground, they've moved the ball with relative ease.
Operating from the red zone now, Mahomes. Mahomes hit. He lost the football.
Jesus Christ, dude. Fucking.
Much like a running back going through the line, quarterbacks have to be aware of protecting the football as well. He left it exposed that time, wound up having it knocked free, but fortunately, had an alert teammate who was able to get it.
And he's brought down after a very nice gain. A good pickup there, 26 yards. And now with that completion, he's north of 200 yards here in the first half.
And he's going to break our statistician, Marvin, isn't he? Because Marvin right now is just tallying it up. Hope his hand doesn't hurt too much doing this or keeps hitting the calculator. But my goodness, what a start he is off to. By the end of this game, he could have monster numbers. He just wants to continue to be accurate.
Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
When you run into slant, timing is everything. And against that man coverage, there was no space available. An incompletion as a result.
Now a second down throw.
Come on.
Zone, but it's incomplete. Allen Robinson, the intended receiver. But now it's third and goal.
Third down and goal.
Mahomes to throw once more. And he hauls it in for the Buccaneer touchdown. Allen Robinson with his second touchdown here in this first half. And the Bucs are going to add on to their lead. And it's 21-3. So 3 drives, 3 touchdowns, and they're a PAT from going up 21-3.
And there's no doubt in my mind, you're liking what you're seeing so far, aren't you?
It's unbelievable. Like a well-oiled machine, if you will.
What's really tough, though, that defense, they're leaving the shadows at this point. They don't know which way to go. They're being hit every direction, and they have no answers thus far.
Here's Aaron Jones in the offense trotting back out. He's been good. They've utilized him well, but they're losing here in the second quarter. What might they change offensively?
I think that what you try and do is expand how you get the ball to him a little bit. Get him out in open space, maybe swing the ball to him. What's that they used to call in the West Coast offense, the long handoff? Serve as your running play that way, as well as continue to feed him the football. Some of these runs now may pop bigger later in the game because of the effects of running it. Sometimes people, after a while, they don't want to tackle him anymore, or they get tired, or they get out of position, or he runs through tackles. Continue to feed him the ball. He's having that kind of game.
Yeah, might they get him the ball in some space in some different ways here. The Texans on third down, 2 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 10. Lets it fly for Thielen. It got his man complete. And he will be taken down, but it is a huge play there to flip field position.
Where are you guys
On the
at?
other side of the field as we have reached the 2-minute warning. A real field flipper there as all of a sudden they've got a first down in the red zone. Rodgers to throw once more. This is caught. Gronkowski. And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6. 7 yards, the pickup there.
That's tough to play zone defense when they can just curl up right there in front of you.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, we talk about finding the soft spot. Defensively, how do you make sure they don't find the soft spot like they did there?
Tough to do, because what they normally will do is run routes that'll pull you out of that spot they want to get into. That's what we call not taking the cheese, right? Don't go for the mousetrap. But it's hard to do because when you see a guy cutting that in that direction, you tend to go towards him.
The gain of 5 that time gives him the conversion and makes it 1st and goal.
And that one was a lot of fun right there because that was the game within the game. 3rd and short, blitz was on.
And he'll take this one in for a Texans touchdown. Andy Janovich, his first touchdown on the year. And the Texans get a bit closer. And when the smaller guy can't power it across the goal line, Charles, sometimes you need to go with the fullback. They did. It worked.
what's that thing about force and mass? How's that?
Oh, yeah. Force equals mass times acceleration.
Oh, that's big-time stuff. That's from the same guy the apple dropped on his head, right?
And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25.
Over first and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
Patrick Mahomes on his way out for their next drive. He does have the one interception, Charles, but I think that's been more than offset by the 3 first-half touchdown passes.
I would agree with you. There is a blemish, but when you've thrown 3...
Allen Robinson, kiss him goodbye. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. Allen Robinson on his way to a monster game. 3 first-half touchdowns as the Buccaneers tack on to their lead.
Well, that is certainly a deflator right there defensively. Their guys just came off of a touchdown drive. They're back in the game, and then bam, they give up a touchdown 1 play later. How about that?
And the momentum, which seemingly had shifted the other direction, thought we might be seeing a comeback. That momentum right back the other way.
Well, that is certainly not complimentary football that we saw right there. The defense is supposed to help their offense, not give up another touchdown.
25-yard line.
Adam Thielen, he gets set to go again with the rest of this offense. He's done his part, but so far it's been in a losing effort, so they've got to fix something.
But that doesn't mean changing anything, the way they're throwing the ball around and his catches and production. Keep doing that. They're going to have to fix some things likely on defense to try and slow down their opponents.
But so far he's north of 100 yards receiving. Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5. Shotgun now for Rodgers. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down. They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass. Now Rodgers. Oh, the Buccaneer pressure too much. Down he goes. Leonard Williams, the former number 6 overall pick, got the sack that time. Now the Bucs going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 45 seconds to go in the first half. They punted 3 times in the loss last week as he sends this one away. Returnable here from the 38. So this will be accepted as it moves the offense backwards. So the special teams penalty cost some yardage there as they come out on 1st and 10. Looking to throw is Mahomes. Oh, he's able to outmuscle him here as he pulls it in. The Bucs going to go ahead and use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play. On 1st down, Mahomes. He's got it at the 15. The Bucs forced to use their 3rd and final timeout as they'll stop it with 25 seconds to go here in half number 1. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line. Inside the red zone here, they'll look to throw. Flush to his right, and he'll be taken down at the 2-yard line. Good coverage downfield led to him taking off, picking up the 1st down on a 13-yard run. To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
In the end zone. Leads to 2nd and goal.
2nd and goal, and they will try again from the 2-yard line. Final shot before the half from Mahomes. He throws there, incomplete. So we reach half. And now due to apparent time constraints, we fast forward to the beginning of the 2nd half. The Texans down on the scoreboard, but they do get the first crack here as we are back underway in the 2nd half. Taken about 7 yards deep. And the half will begin with a touchback. Adam Thielen, he gets set to go again with the rest of this offense. And I know that they've double-teamed him a couple times, but not a ton. Whatever they're doing isn't working. He's up over 100 yards. We'll see how they adjust.
And when they do that, they weaken their defense in other places as well. And how many times have we done games where we've seen a guy have a big game like this, but it's usually not by himself, is it? Usually it opens it up for other people to have big games as well.
Second and 8.
From the 27, Rodgers. That's taken in by Callaway.
You're supposed to be way the fuck over there,
3
asshole.
yards on the catch. It's third down.
Callaway. That's a gain of 3. Now 3rd and 5.
From the gun, it's Rodgers. And Rodgers is going to go down. He's sacked.
I think we've seen this before. Someone's down 3 scores. That situation there, it's just going to add to their growing frustrations, don't you think?
Yeah, a bad number 3 right now. 3-score game, third quarter, 3 and out, not what they wanted. And you can tell on the sideline, those faces are getting a little bit longer as this one goes.
Over 1st and 10.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. They were able to get the ball back here, didn't surrender any points. Now they'll look to add to that lead.
Yeah, how about the boost the defense gave them? Going right out on the field, shutting them down, not giving up any points, and turning the ball back over. They want to do their part now and show them a little respect and some gratitude by scoring some points.
And to get a little more cushion. Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. Option play, and they'll give to Eckler. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory.
Sure. Like you're trying to first
down. Really? You certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
Where's the
Does that work? I don't need it.
They'll run out of the gun with Eckler. And he is met at the line of scrimmage.
I meant to yell at her. Tell her to get it.
Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down. So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. Now they'll throw with Mahomes.
I hate you guys. Damn it.
Anytime a ball's thrown in the middle of the field, it's popped up in the air, I expect someone to catch. It doesn't matter whether it's offense or defense because there's usually a great amount of bodies in that part of the field. In this case, no one came up with it.
How is that not pass interference?
Hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. The coverage strong, and now it's 4th down. Here comes the Buccaneers punter now, as he should be able to pin him back deep here with his first punt.
The Texans take over 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
Out comes the Houston offense as they get set to take over here. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency. Move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. Defensively, they had that one pretty well figured out.
Yeah, one of the things about this play, it can be even more effective when you run a lot of motion, and there's plenty of times you don't hand it off.
And he'll be taken down at the 20 after a gain of just 1.
Well, they certainly have been able to get him going and establish the run, so I think it's time to abandon that plan and start chucking it all over the park. And you know who's excited about that? The defensive front. They got to just pin their ears back and get after him now.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Working from the gun, Rodgers. And that is incomplete. Oh, he had a defender right there with him to force that to the ground. And 4th down now coming up.
The passing windows are just not there. That's just another example of how great this defense has been all game long.
And that's exactly what a top 10 defense can do. They can really change the game tempo and frustrate you as you try to execute offensively.
Here's Logan Cook now as he'll punt it away for the second time. They call that a punt of 38 yards officially, and the Bucs will get ready to go on offense. The Bucs ready to take over once again. They're out in front. Last time they had to punt it away. We'll see if they can add to their lead now.
They don't want to go out and punt it away again. This team now wants to get a cushion, put people away. They want to run their offense and have it end up in the end zone.
And he's going to be taken down with a marker on the field. So let's see about the call.
Oh, my God.
Hey, we got to do what we do.
So a decent gain, but all for naught on the penalty.
It's too bad.
Leah, no iPad. Plug it in.
Only people celebrating, the guys who just gave up that play.
Now here's Mahomes. Gonna let one fly for run, and that's caught inside the 30. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. It's a gain of 35.
Frankly, I don't know that this defense knows what to do anymore. Just look at their body language out there. The passing game has absolutely been relentless throughout.
Now a dump off here complete, and he'll be a couple yards shy of the red zone here at the 22-yard line. Call it a gain of 5, and that'll make it second down.
All defenses worry that whenever anyone catches the ball and has a head of steam come out of the backfield, it could turn into a big play with missed tackles or he runs through people. But they were right there waiting, and they stopped him for a minimal gain.
And he's going to be close to a first down as the tackle is made at the Texans' 14. It's an 8-yard pickup and leads to a new set of downs. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. Eluding the pressure right. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
They certainly did a nice job improvising there, extending the play, hoping someone would come open downfield, but they never did.
He'll buy some time right. And he's got it. Caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. Zach Ertz. His second touchdown on the season. And the Buccaneers here finding a way to stretch their lead. And it was a tight window. He knew he had to rocket that thing in there. He got it done.
And when you're able to complete one like that, your confidence has to just go sky high. You just mentioned it. Tight window, zings it in there despite excellent coverage. Result, touchdown.
Fields it in the middle of the end zone. And he'll just take a seat, and the drive will begin at the 25-yard line. Houston set to take over.
And they're coming off a 3-and-out, my friend.
I think they've got to look at that play sheet and go to a spot that they haven't gone before. Time to shake things up a little bit to try and get this offense moving.
Okay, so how do you do that? Oh, a ball batted in the air, and now it's intercepted. Picked up by Jesse Bates. And he'll take this back down inside the 20.
This interception will go on the record of the quarterback, but as a receiver, you've got to understand where you are in the field. Middle portion, you know it's going to come in hot. Square your body to the quarterback and be ready to make the catch.
That is caught inside the 5. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Buccaneers. Zach Ertz, his second touchdown of the game, his 3rd on the year. And the Bucs capitalize on the short field as they take it in for 6.
Makes the score.
Extra point by Gay is up and good. And that will extend this big lead. Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown.
Takes this about 5 yards deep. And he'll just sit on this one as their drive will start at the 25.
And now out comes Houston. They have been struggling. I would imagine at halftime they went through some possible changes. Well, those changes aren't working, so now where do you go?
I think that now it's much more in their head. And what I mean by that is just what you said. You've gone over the changes. I bet they were pretty clinical at the half, not too emotional. They might need to go to the emotional side because you've got to find something, some spark somewhere. And so far, just being calm hasn't exactly worked.
They need any spark at this point. They'll go again to Jones. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. A gain of just a yard, but it's a first down.
2nd and 1 is often an invitation to take the big shot downfield. I bet the offensive lineman said, are you kidding? You just get on our backs and let's go get the first down. They love being physical.
Rodgers' throw is taken in by Jones. We'll call it a pickup of 7, and it'll be a 2nd down. Looked like a pretty good, safe play right there. No, he's had trouble with the interceptions in this game there. Hits his guy on the flat.
Yeah, so many times we hear quarterbacks and offensive coordinators talk about in your progressions, you're either throwing the touchdown.
And Rodgers intercepted a 3rd time. Chidobe Awuzie with a pick. And he'll take this all the way down inside the 40.
Intercepted by the Buccaneers.
So that's 3 picks he's now thrown in this game.
And I know this, the holiday season, because here we are in December. Right, it is the season of giving. Maybe for his own sake, after the game, he may have to announce that he's donating certain amounts to charity for each interception that he threw.
7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on first down, that fits the bill.
It's Eckler again. And he's going to be close to a first down as the tackle is made at the Texans' 23. Back now in Houston. And this is a blowout so far as we get set for the 4th quarter. A very one-sided affair. Draw play. It's Eckler. And a short gain here down to the 22. Charles, you said earlier this defense is probably going to need to hold these guys right around 20 or under that if they were going to have a chance. It was evident pretty early on that wasn't going to happen.
Yeah, they left 20 behind a long time ago in this game, didn't they? It looks like they're headed towards a big, big number. But 20 was the threshold because that kept them in the ball game and kept the pressure off of their own offense.
Call it a gain of 5 that time, and they'll be left with a 3rd and about 4.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
Bit of a surprise. They ran it on 3rd and medium. Proved to be the right call. 1st and 10. On the option, it's Eckler. And he'll be stopped up after only a couple of yards as he gets it down to the 5.
That run didn't get very far, and I think when you're looking at his dimensions, he's a little bit on the smaller side. He's counting on the big guys up front to escort him in, and they couldn't create any kind of space for him, could they?
Yeah, didn't get the push they needed. And he'll get this one back to the 5-yard line, but no further than that.
That was a nice job there defensively, being able to diagnose that little touch pass. They saw it coming, converged on him before he could get much out of it.
Well, they'd really like to make the short field pay off. We'll see if they can, but this is 3rd and goal. And Mahomes is going to keep it.
And he'll take it into the end zone. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. Patrick Mahomes keeping it himself from 5 yards out. And this offense continues to pour it on. So another score there. Often you talk about the 3 phases of the game. Defense, offense, special teams. It's been a clean sweep in this one, hasn't it?
It certainly has. They've been pretty dominant throughout this game. And privately, the head coach will add a 4th phase. That's the coaching. And he'll tell the ownership that as he tries to negotiate a new contract off of this win.
They are looking strong here in the 4th quarter.
And this will not be returned. It'll come out to the 25.
At their own 25-yard line.
Out comes the Houston offense as they get set to take over here.
Well, I think that the folks here had hoped that maybe this home atmosphere would carry their guys to a surprise victory, but it does not appear that that's going to be the case. There's too much to handle on the other side in this one.
No gain on the screen there at 2nd down.
Well, that was a simple throw and catch, but even with that completion, 0 yards gained, so they're behind schedule on down and distance.
I think they were hoping to get it to him. He could make a man or 2 miss, but that window closed quickly. Now the 2nd down throw on target. He'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31. They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of...
Under a heavy rush, and down he goes.
Rodgers is sacked.
We've been around this league for a while, and many coaches never pull their starting quarterback, almost no matter the situation. In this case, though, I think he's got to make a decision. He's taking a pretty good beating out there.
Yeah, with the deficit, maybe not wanting to risk an injury. A 40-yard punt, no return, and the offense will take over with a new set of downs. Back out onto the field comes Allen Robinson. This defense, they wouldn't mind not seeing him again for a while. 3 trips to the end zone. How about that?
I think right now they would happily go to their general manager and say, is there any way you can get a trade for him, bring him over to our team so we don't cover him anymore? Because he is really having a heck of a ball game, isn't it?
Boy, he is. I don't know that mid-game trade's going to happen, but good thought.
Sound like you were trying to scare me. Trying to sneak up
After
on
a
me.
loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. Once more, here's Eckler.
What?
And brought down, but not before
You all right?
reaching the 45-yard line. 15 yards on the play, 1st down.
Well, that's a carry they have to be satisfied with. And throughout this game, they've been satisfied with what he's given them. Whenever they've needed
What
a
the
big run,
fuck?
a 1st down, he's the guy they've turned to. And it doesn't matter what the defense thinks. They've got the confidence to keep handing it to him and keep picking up good yardage.
Star Wars display.
Eventually, yeah.
The full start backs him up 5, 1st
Gotta
and
get some more
15.
stuff.
Mahomes is going to run it on the option. They give him 12 there on the keeper, and it's 2nd down.
Across midfield to the 48-yard
Maybe,
line. A 12-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 3.
Are you trying to fart on me? Maybe,
Just 2 minutes remaining here in the
Get a
4th quarter
lightsaber
of what
or
has been a
You have a
one-sided
lightsaber.
affair.
no, like
From Disneyland.
the, I have no idea where that is, man.
It's in the garage. It's in one of the boxes. I found it.
But I meant like one of those, like,
So it's Buccaneer
Like
football
high-priced
as we
ones.
welcome you back.
That shit was high
And let's
priced.
see what they've come up
How
with
much was it?
offensively after
I
having
paid like
time to
$60
talk it
for
over.
it.
you paid $60 for that
No,
thing?
I think it was like 40. But that shit was expensive.
On 2nd
No, I
down,
meant one of the ones that are like made of metal and
and
stuff.
he's gonna be taken down
They
here
had
with a penalty
those.
flag on the field.
Those were like over $100. No, I built those. They
Why you gotta
start
hold,
savers.
bitch?
So he was
I mean,
holding
Darth-
from that
Darth
left
Vader
tackle
plays.
position.
Everyone tries to keep their hands
I know what you
inside when they're blocking ever since they liberalized the rules where you can extend them out. But sometimes they get out a little wide and they get the tackle grab.
I
Maybe
control
one
my
day
He will be brought down
we
at
can
about
go
the
to
43
Disneyland
that
and we can
time.
go to
Just a
Droid.
yard there, so it brings up a tough 3rd and 12.
Sometimes you're lined perfectly and the play
They
comes
have
to
a
you.
thing.
And
You
sometimes
make an
you
appointment
gotta
and
cover
you
some
go in.
ground to go
And
make
there's
the
a shop
plays we
and
just
you
saw
make
there.
it
We
like you
saw
build
a
a
great
droid.
example of
That's
perseverance right there on that play.
Got to be careful. They might want to throw one over his head as this game progresses.
But you have to
He's
like
going to loft one
schedule
deep.
an appointment.
This is caught at the 20. And he is going to
That
have
guy's
the
so
Bucs
good.
first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. A big play for the
But I've
Bucs
seen
there
videos,
on
it looks
3rd
pretty cool.
down. 43 yards.
That
So
guy
how about
just
this for
did
field
so
position
good.
after the big play? Inside the
It's
15
weird.
now
Like
as they
it's
come
got
up
my
on
tail
1st
going.
and
Not my
10,
tail
going on the
going, like
ground
right
with Eckler.
here.
And they
Is that my
corral
tail?
him just a couple yards shy of the end zone. Back-to-back nice plays, 12 yards that time and a 1st down. At carries like that, that's how they're going to continue to salt this thing away here, Charles, in the 4th quarter.
Yeah, how about that? A new set of downs. Clock continues to move.
And he takes it in for the score on the game's final play, so it doesn't affect the outcome, but a little whipped cream on top to their ending.
Or as our friends in Bayou country would say, that's a little lagniappe, a little extra on top.
Well, Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about
Did you not
themselves,
have
can they?
breakfast?
I mean, what a game to put up that
How
number
about
of
muffin?
points. Continually feeling like they're moving the ball and things are working and clicking. They think they can bottle this and carry it with them.
And as an offensive coordinator, you just don't think you can do anything wrong. Whatever you call, run, pass, it's all going to work.